Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see by the title of this video, this is another pick a card reading, and we're going to be focusing on messages from your spirit guides. Now, I wanted to do this reading because, well, one, intuitively I felt called to do it, but also because sometimes when we are like busy with our day-to-day life, or maybe we just have a lot going on, like, there's a lot on our mind, it can be difficult sometimes for our spirit guides to be able to contact us or connect with us. It can be hard for those intuitive downloads to come through. So yeah, I just wanted to do this reading for those of you who are experiencing that. Like maybe you're experiencing some sort of blockage, and this is just a way for your guides to actually connect and communicate with you. So go ahead and look at the screen. There are three colors on the screen, three options. So just pick the one that you feel the most drawn towards. If you feel drawn to more than one, then you can watch more than one pile. And if you go down in the description box, the timestamps for each pile will be down there. So just go in the description box, click on the link that is next to your, or click on the timestamp that's next to your choice or your option, and then the messages will be there for you. So yeah, I really hope that this reading is helpful for you. And if you feel kind of blocked when it comes to even choosing the colors, you can, do a quick meditation, close your eyes and then open them again. And whatever color stands out to you the most, just go ahead and pick that. Don't think about it too much. Just go with, your first decision. So again, I hope that this is helpful, guys. And let's go ahead and get into your reading. Okay, group number one, so let's go ahead and dive into your reading. So the first card that came out for you is the Earth card. So I feel like with this card, your guides are wanting you to ground yourself and to get back in tune with your body. I feel like for a lot of you, you've been living in your head a lot, and your guides are basically trying to tell you with this Earth card that you are neglecting your body because you have been living in your head so much. Now, living in your head can look a couple different ways. It could mean that you just overthink a lot, like you spend all day overthinking or stressed out and anxious, thinking about your future or even thinking about your past, and you're not in the present moment. It could even mean like you are spending all your time trying to escape reality, meaning that you are maybe scrolling on social media nonstop, or you are I don't know, like even watching like movies, TV, and things of that sort nonstop, just like escapism that takes you out of your body. And that's not bad all the time, but I feel like what your guides are saying is that it could be a little bit excessive. This could even be like you just being on your phone nonstop. And I feel like for a lot of you, the reason that you're doing this is because of the fact that you might be carrying a lot of pain with you in your body. This kind of reminds me of a video that I watched recently where the woman was basically saying that when you experience a lot of trauma or a lot of pain, what happens is that that pain gets pushed down into your body. It gets stored in your body. And because you don't want to really like feel it, or you don't want to face it, you stuff it down into your body, and then you decide to live in your head instead, if that makes sense. Like you decide to kind of disconnect from your body so you don't have to deal with that pain. And I can definitely relate to this because when I was younger, I experienced a lot of like unpleasant situations, and I was a kid at the time, so I didn't have like any I didn't have any way to get out of it physically. So what will happen is that I would spend all day daydreaming. I developed something called maladaptive daydreaming, where I would just be in my head daydreaming all day long, and I would forget to eat, I would forget to drink water. Like I was completely disconnected from my body and not taking care of my body as a result. So I feel like that could be what's going on with you, and your guides are wanting you to ground yourself, get back into your body as much as you feel safe or comfortable doing, and to like start taking care of your body. Like your body is in need of care, your body's in need of your attention. And also there could be certain things that you're needing to accomplish, and you're only going to be able to accomplish them when you are back in your body and grounded and present. Because if you spend all day in your head and escaping and things of that sort, it'll be very difficult for you to complete certain tasks. Like let's say that you have certain goals that you want to complete. Maybe there's a certain life mission that you know that you need to complete, like a certain life purpose that you know that you want to complete. You can only do that when you are present grounded in your body. You see what I'm saying? So I think your guides are wanting you to take baby steps towards doing that. I know I've been trying to do that as well. I've been trying to, get off my phone more. I've been trying to like prioritize just taking care of my body, focusing on self-care, using my five senses, like, aromatherapy, like lighting candles, because that's pleasing to, my nose, like smelling, the senses. And then you could also appeal to your, gosh, y'all know whenever I channel, I start forgetting basic information. I'm trying to like think of the five senses. So we have smell, like I said, candles, aromatherapy. We have touch, where you can invest in like really cozy, like comfortable materials, like for your bed, like silk sheets, a comfortable blanket. You could even go and get like a nice massage, or you can buy like a nice body massager, things of that sort. And then food, like taste, your favorite food. So yeah, appeal to your five senses pretty much. I can't even, like, I'm trying to think of all five of the senses, and it's going to throw me off because I'm channeling, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. That's a good way to get back in your body, is to focus on appealing to your five senses and practicing self-care, using your five senses. So that's what I'm seeing for you. I think your guides are really wanting you to, like I said, start taking care of your body, treating your body like it is a temple. I know that it's difficult to stay in your body when you've been through so much, or when you've stored so much pain, but just take it slowly but surely. I am also hearing herbs. So I don't know if you guys are into like herbal medicine or herbal teas. That may be something that your guides are wanting you to look into in order to help heal the body. That could definitely be something that I'm seeing. Getting out in nature, putting your feet on the bare earth. It is getting, sorry, I thought the recorder stopped. It is getting like nice outside. The weather is, finally breaking. So going out to the park, putting your feet in nature, that could be something as well that helps you to ground yourself and helps you to reconnect with your body. So that's what I'm seeing for you. And it is going to improve your mental health significantly, is what I'm seeing here. Like the escapist tactics and being in your head, it's good for coping. But what I'm seeing is that being in your body and starting to focus on that's where the healing actually starts. It deviates away from just coping, and now you're moving into healing territory. And again, depending on how severe the things that you've been through are, you may need to go and seek out professional help as well. There are people who do like Reiki energy healing. There's like somatic therapy that focuses specifically on like expelling trauma from the body. So there's a couple different routes that you can take, but in the meantime, you could take baby steps towards just grounding yourself and practicing self-care using the five senses. So the next two cards out are the Strength card and the Community card. Okay, so I'm feeling like a support system is something that your guides are trying to put emphasis on, like needing to find a support system. Maybe you've been in isolation for a long time, because I'm feeling like you getting a support system, it seems almost like a chore to you, or it seems almost scary. Like I'm getting like an anxious energy at the thought of finding a support system or finding new friends. It's possible that maybe you've been hurt by family, or hurt by friends, or hurt by like a romantic partner. It's something about a wound surrounding community. Maybe you've been like bullied or outcasted by a community or by like your family. Maybe you just lost a lot of people. Maybe they walked out on you, abandoned you, rejected you. So you could have kind of went into like hermit mode, went into isolation. And I think your guides are saying that you might be ready to slowly but surely start letting people back into your life, because if you go into isolation for too long, you can get too comfortable there, and it'll turn into avoidance. Like it'll turn into like avoidant behavior. And I think your guides are trying to say that in the long run, that won't make you happy. That's a means of coping right now. It might be a means of kind of protecting yourself right now, but in the long run, your guides want you to have beautiful friendships, beautiful relationships, and beautiful community. So it might feel a little nerve-wracking right now, but I feel like they're trying to tell you to take, I just keep hearing baby steps, slowly but surely. As, like I said, as scary as it might seem, because I do feel fear. I feel anxiety, which I can definitely relate to. Like if you have been constantly burned by people, people that are supposed to care about you, they abandon you, or maybe they talk badly about you behind your back, things like that. You get very anxious when it comes to letting new people in. That's not a game. It's not a joke. Your heart is very fragile. So it's not just like, oh, I'm just going to let whoever into my life and it'll be fine. Like, no, sometimes you do get kind of closed off when people have been consistently hurting you. So I do definitely understand and sympathize with this, but I say that in the long run, you deserve to have people respect you and support you. So they don't want you to become completely avoidant. They want you to have the love in your life that you deserve. So just take baby steps towards, finding a way to open back up to people and find new people to connect with, new genuine people, of course. So the next two cards out are the Five of Cups and the Thoughts card. Okay, so the Five of Cups is the grief card. I'm wondering if there's a person or a situation that you are grieving, or the grief is coming to the surface right now. I'm hearing that this could have been someone who you thought that you were over them, or you thought that they were in the past, but it's like sometimes they come back up. Like the thoughts of them come back up, flashbacks, pain associated with them comes back up. Maybe you see something online and it kind of triggers you to think about them. I feel like your guides are saying that your healing process is not complete. Your grieving process is not complete. Again, this could go back to what I was talking about before, about like pushing the pain down into your body and then choosing to live in your head instead. That could be related to this. Possibly losing certain people and you never fully grieved it. You kind of just pushed the pain down, stuffed it down, and tried to escape from it. And I feel like a grieving process might be needed. I'm gonna pull one more card for that. Yeah, this is one of those things where you can't really try to escape. Like the only way through it is through it. Like the only way to the other side of this is through it. You can't really try to escape it. You can't really try to get over it. You have to get through it. So I think you need to allow yourself to feel your feelings and allow yourself to go through the grieving process. You don't have to let the grieving process drown you, but I think you do have to give yourself space to actually feel your feelings, or actually do something to channel your feelings. Like, how some people, like when they go through a breakup, they use some sort of creative outlet. Maybe they'll write a song, or they'll write a poem, or you can even write in your journal. To me, that's creative. Just writing out your feelings in your journal. I just feel like you're needing to do something to help you to grieve this loss, or to acknowledge the pain behind this loss. Something may need to be created with this energy. See what I'm saying? And that can actually help your grieving process, because trying to just escape it doesn't seem like it's going to work, because whoever this person was, or these people, it could be multiple people, whoever this is someone significant to you, because the marriage card came out. So this is someone significant. This is not someone who could just say, oh, okay, whatever, they're gone, I'm just going to not think. No, this is like you're needing to do something to channel this pain. Like, for example, years ago, I went through a really, really bad relationship, and sometimes the pain of it still comes to the surface. And so as of right now, I'm actually creating an online course about how to get past a specific situation. Don't want to go into too much detail about it because I'm still working on it, but it's related to that past incident that happened like 5 years ago. But because I still feel like there's leftover pain from it that I haven't expelled, I'm creating an online course to help other people expel it, while I'm in the process of doing that. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like there may just need to be you channeling those feelings in some way, any way that you see fit. It could be different things for different people, but you needing to get it out of your system somehow. And I feel like that will help you with the grieving process, because I do see that it crosses your mind and then the pain comes back up. And sometimes you try to suppress it and you try to just, escape from it. And it's hard to do so because this was somebody who was significant in your life. This could have been someone who you gave a lot to. The gift card is here in reverse. Maybe you gave a lot, and maybe they didn't. This could be like a rejection situation, an abandonment situation. It doesn't have to be romantic either, but the gift card is here in the reverse. So this is like someone who, like I said, you may have tried to give and they may have made you feel like you weren't enough, or something wasn't like there's some sort of a misalignment here. Something just wasn't enough. There was like a lack of compatibility. There was an imbalance, something along those lines. And things just had to end. And the grieving process is just not complete, is what I'm seeing. And I think your guides are wanting you to complete this cycle by creating something to expel this energy and helping you to complete this grief cycle. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you. That's what I'm seeing for you. I think that's, I want to pull one more card. Just want to wrap it up. See just if your guides have any last things to say. The main male card. Okay, so your guides are really wanting you to take all of this advice into consideration seriously and actually take action on it. I'm hearing that sometimes you can hear advice or you could go seeking out information, but sometimes you don't apply this, like the information or the advice. Like sometimes you seek it out or you hear the advice and then you just kind of leave it at that. Your guides are actually wanting you to act on this advice. Don't just read about a self-care article. Don't just do research on self-care. Actually get up and take the steps towards doing it. And they want you to be really consistent and really disciplined with this, because it is going to improve your mental health significantly in the long run. And that's what they want for you. They want your mental health to be improved and they want the quality of your life to be improved as a result. So that's it. I really hope that was helpful, guys. If you feel drawn towards any other pile, you can feel free to watch that as well. And if not, I will see you in my next video. Bye. Okay. Dive into your messages. So the first thing that I noticed when I pull cards for you is that you have a lot of reversals. So there could be some sort of imbalance in your life right now, or you could be feeling kind of stagnant, and there may be some messages from your guides that come through here about how to, rebalance yourself. So the first card that came out is the Sun card and then the Distant Horizons card. So with the Sun card being here in the reverse, there's something here regarding you not wanting to be seen. There could be some shame that you're dealing with, or like some insecurities that you're dealing with that you're not really facing head on. Because the Distant Horizons card, I feel like this card is saying that you are aware of this shame or you're aware of these insecurities, but all you do is kind of like sit in your head about it. You think about them, but you don't really take much action towards fixing it or like changing it. And I feel like your guides are wanting you to take action towards working out whatever these insecurities or this shame may be, because the Sun in reverse is like, I'm hiding away from people. I don't want to be seen. Let me pull one more card for that. Let's see. The Lover's card in the reverse. So I'm wondering if you were in a relationship or there was someone who you loved that you were close to that maybe planted this shame or this insecurity in you. Like, for example, this could have been someone in your past who, like, if you were in a relationship with them, maybe they left you for someone else and it made you feel really, really insecure about yourself. And now you don't want to put yourself back out there. You don't want to go out and date anymore. You feel really insecure. You don't feel good about yourself. This could be even like a parent maybe that was constantly criticizing you and making you feel like, ashamed of yourself and lowering your self-esteem to the point where you don't have the confidence to go out and shine. Like, you don't have the confidence to go after that job that you want. You don't have the confidence to go after that relationship that you want. It's like that. Like, I don't want to be seen. I don't want to go after the things that I deserve. I don't even want to take up space. Like, for some of you, it's like you don't even like to, like I said, take up space. Like, for example, you could be someone who, like, when you sit down, you like maybe hunch over a lot. Like gosh, my guides are showing me it, but it's hard to explain. You know, like when someone is really like their posture, they're like hunched over and their shoulders are kind of like bent inward, like they are trying to like curl themselves up and not be seen. You know, or like when they're walking around, they're looking on the ground like, you know, please, no one notice me. Like that sort of energy, you could be doing that subconsciously without really realizing it because you're harboring some sort of shame or some sort of insecurity along the lines of like not wanting to be seen, not feeling confident. And I think your guides are really wanting that to change for you because I feel like it's holding you back from getting the things that you want in life. You could have big dreams, you could have big goals with this distant horizons card being here. And it's like those dreams and those goals will not come into fruition until you get comfortable with yourself and rid yourself of this shame and rid yourself of these insecurities, because you do deserve to take up space and you do deserve to be seen despite how other people may have treated you. This doesn't even have to be like parents or exes or anything like that. This could even be like just society, you know, societal norms, beauty standards. Maybe you scroll on Instagram a lot and you see people who look a certain way. You're like, oh, I don't look like that. You're comparing yourself. It's like your guides are really wanting you to break out of this cycle of shame and insecurity because there's so much that you are destined to have in this lifetime. There's so much you're destined to achieve. And in order to do that, you're going to have to get comfortable with being seen and with taking up space. That's what I'm seeing. So the next two cards are the Eight of Swords in the reverse and the Child card in the reverse. So again, I mentioned earlier that this could have something to do with a parent because the Child card in reverse, this could be like inner child healing that's needed. Like maybe your inner child is really wounded, and so that's why your confidence is lowered, or you don't like to take up space, you don't like to be seen. Maybe you were really, really shy as a child, or maybe your inner child is still really shy. So your inner child may need to be healed, and your inner child may need to get comfortable with taking up space and being seen, is what I'm seeing here. So there may be some inner child work that needs to be done. Let me pull one more card here. Expectation card in reverse. Let me pull one more. I'll make sure that the message is coming through clearly. Okay, what I'm hearing is your guides are saying that this change that needs to be made in terms of your like confidence, healing your inner child, and things like that. These changes that need to be made are going to be easier than you think. It's not going to be an extremely easy process, but it's easier than you think. I think for some of you, when you hear like, oh, you need to do inner child work, oh, you need to be more confident, that can be intimidating because it's like, where do I even start? Like, I don't even know where to start with that. How do I even, start being confident? How do I even, bring my inner child forward to even start being healed? I feel like this is saying that this starts with like you're like breaking it down into simple steps that you can do on a daily basis. Like, for example, some people, when they do inner child work, they do it through creativity. They find like maybe they like to paint as a child. So now to heal their inner child, they start painting again. So they make it a priority every day to paint for at least a half hour. You see what I'm saying? It's like that. Like you're needing to break it down into like smaller steps, break it down into baby steps that you can do every single day. When it comes to your confidence, is there something that you can do on a daily basis that helps you to become more confident? Maybe every day you can work on your posture. You can go on YouTube and look up like exercises to correct your posture. Your guides are trying to say, make it as simple as possible, because I feel like this sense of being overwhelmed whenever you start to think of change in general. And your guides are saying it's way more simple than what you think it is. You have to, like I said, plan out baby steps and put it into like a daily routine and then be consistent with it. And you'll start to see the results over time. And you have to also think positive. You may have tried to make certain changes in the past, maybe, or the whole process of changing and growing and healing could just be very intimidating. So you can have like kind of a negative viewpoint of it. And your guides are saying that a positive mindset is going to do wonders for you. And when I say positive mindset, I don't mean that you'll never have negative thoughts about the process, but you're needing to try your best to stay positive, to stay encouraged, to envision what things are going to be like once you are on the other side of this. Once you are more confident, what does that version of yourself look like? Envision that in your mind and hold that vision and stay positive that you're going to get there. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you. So the next two cards are the Four of Wands, and we have the Mature Woman card here. Oh Lord, this pile is heavy, y'all. This pile is kind of heavy, because the Mature Woman card here in the reverse, I'm getting like a mother wound from that card. The Four of Wands in reverse, Mature Woman card. That's a mother wound. Yeah, no wonder there's like an imbalance that's here. Let me pull one more. That's either a mother wound that needs to be healed, or it could be a wound of your feminine energy, meaning that like the sensitive side of you, like maybe you've been vulnerable or sensitive in the past and you've been really, really hurt while you were in a vulnerable state. And so now that aspect of you is is in much need of healing. You could feel very guarded, feeling like you can't trust people, like you can't be too vulnerable around people. Let me pull one more card for that. Marriage card in the reverse. Yeah. Oof, okay. So this energy is a little bit heavy. Hold on. All right, so for some of you, I think your guides are wanting you to examine a maternal wound that you may have, the relationship with your mother that you had in the past. It still is affecting you, which is very common. Our mothers are pretty much our most significant relationships. So if we have a mother wound, it sticks. And your guides may be wanting you to examine that wound, even if you feel like you don't have one, or you feel like, oh, me and my mother had a bad relationship, but I don't care. It doesn't bother me. It does bother you deep down inside. Or there's something, excuse me, there's something that's about it that is still affecting your life. Like your outlook on love could be affected, your self-esteem could be affected. Like even if, let's say, you've forgiven your mother and y'all are fine now, something that she's done in the past has definitely affected you, and it's still affecting your life, whether you realize it or not. So you may need to analyze how your relationship with your mother is kind of playing out in your day-to-day life. Is it, like I said, is it that the wound that you have with your mother, now it plays out in your relationships? Maybe you were never able to get your mother to really, validate you as much as she should have. So maybe in relationships, you chase after people who also don't validate you like they should, who also don't show love like they should. You see what I'm saying? It's something here about your current life that's affected by a mother wound that your guides are wanting you to look at and to heal. Yeah, your guides are wanting you to heal this so that you can step away from these cycles. I feel like you've been attracting people in your life through your mother wound, or not attracting them per se, but being attracted to them, I should say. Like you meet someone and you're like, oh, there's something about that person. Their energy is very attractive to me. And sometimes that's literally your wound being attracted to. Like I know for me in the past, because I have a mother wound as well, a emotionally unavailable person would come along, it would be like, ooh, there's something about that person. Yeah, there's something about that person. They're emotionally unavailable, like your mother. And now you're trying to play out your trauma with them and get them to love you the way that your mother never did. You see what I'm saying? It's like that sort of energy. And your guides are wanting you to step away from those cycles completely because you deserve so much better. They're wanting you to bury those cycles, like dead and bury them is what I'm hearing. And the only way to do that is to get to the root of those cycles. So some remothering might be necessary. Remothering yourself, reparenting yourself. If you go on my main channel, my psychology channel, New Mind Frame without the tarot, I have a remothering series or a reparenting series on there, and I have a remothering video if you want to check that out. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. For some of you also, Like I said, this is a wound surrounding your vulnerability. Like maybe you've been really vulnerable with people in the past and they've hurt you. Maybe they've abandoned you, walked out on you, and now you are having a hard time connecting with your feminine energy. And your guides are wanting you to heal that. And even like just going on a self-love journey, getting into spirituality and spiritual practices, that's connecting with your feminine energy. Using your any type of like creative gifts that you may have, or any type of like spiritual gifts that you may have, that's even connecting to your feminine energy. So I feel like, yeah, there's like needing to heal the feminine aspect of yourself. And you know what? I feel like this is something that you can start to do, but I feel like this type of thing, it only gets completed when you are around people who make you feel safe. And I know that might be a little controversial. Some people are like, you know, you don't need anybody on your healing journey. And I get that. I understand that. But here's the thing. I can feel perfectly safe and fine when I'm alone. But does that mean that I'm healed completely? Or do you really see the healing when you find people that really respect you and value you, and you can feel safe in their presence without shutting down and pushing them away? You see what I'm saying? So I think that making sure that you only surround yourself with people who love you and value you and respect you is also going to work wonders for healing your sensitive side and healing your feminine energy, you know? So that's what I'm saying for you. Also, get very comfortable with receiving. That's another thing about feminine energy. It's receptive. So get comfortable with receiving. You could be someone who's very comfortable with giving people gifts, giving people money, giving people energy, helping them out. But when it's time to receive things, receive help, receive gifts, receive anything, you could be like, no, I'm fine. No, you have to get more comfortable with reception, because that's a part of healing your feminine energy as well. Even if it's just like someone says, hey, I'm going to the supermarket, you want me to grab you something while I'm there? I can grab you like a bag of chips or something. And, you know, usually you'll say, no, I don't want to be a burden, or I don't, you know, I'm fine. No, ask them to grab it for you. If they say they're going to the store, they're going to get some fast food, oh, do you want me to grab you something? And you're like, no, I don't really feel comfortable. No, ask them to get it for you. Say, yes, this is what I want. If they offer, take it. That's going to help you to heal your feminine energy, because feminine energy is receptive. It's like being able to receive and know that you're worthy of receiving. So that's it. Those are the messages from your guides. I really hope that this was helpful, guys. If you feel drawn towards any other pile, feel free to watch that pile as well. And if not, I will see you in my next video. Bye. Okay, group number 3, so let's go ahead and dive into your reading. So the first 2 cards that came out are the Uranus card and the Great Fortune card. So I feel like what these 2 cards are saying is that you may have been experiencing what feels like a streak of bad luck. Like, there could have been like unfortunate things that took place unexpectedly, and it's really weighing on you, because I feel like this is happening one after another, and it's just really getting to you. Or it could even be that it's one thing that took place that really hurt you, and it was very unexpected, and the energy is just lingering on still, and it's kind of like creating like a dark cloud over your life. You see what I'm saying? So I think that your guides are wanting to address this and wanting to help move you through this energy. So the Change card also came out, and the Marriage card in the reverse. So I feel like what your guides are saying is that you need a complete transformation of your life. Like, your life needs to be completely transformed, in order for you to be able to move away from this energy, in order for you to start being on like a winning streak, instead of feeling like you've been, you know, having the streak of bad luck. You're needing to completely transform. Your past is something that you are needing to not identify with any further. And I have to be mindful or careful when I say that, because I'm not saying, oh, just suppress whatever you've been through in your past and just create this whole new persona and everything will be fine, because we all know that's not how that works. But I do think that you could be really stuck in the past, or like very stagnant because of your past. And by you taking certain steps to evolve, to heal, and to revamp your life, it's going to help shift you out of your past and help you to move forward slowly but surely, and move towards some more positive energy and positive life experiences, you know? Like, for example, let's say that you are someone who struggles with codependency. And for the past couple of people that you've dated or the past couple of relationships that you've been in, they have not ended well. Maybe you've chosen people who were emotionally unavailable. Maybe you held on to people who didn't treat you well because you struggle with codependency. So you feel like there's this streak of bad luck, like you've dated this person and that person, and it's not working out, and it always ends up with you being hurt. So what your guides would be asking you to do is to rid yourself of that codependency, to raise your self-esteem, to invest in self-love. And then it is going to shift your energy to the point where you're going to start to be attracted towards people who do value you, who do respect you, who you will be able to have a strong, long-lasting relationship. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about, just forget completely that you have codependency and act like you don't and go out and try to find someone else. No, it's not like that. It's more so healing from the inside out in order for you to completely change yourself, change your life, and then more positive experiences are going to start to come in. You see, because there's stagnant energy that is here. This could even be like maybe you've been at a certain job for a long time and there's always some BS going on at your job. Your boss is always being disrespectful to you, or customers are disrespectful to you, and it just seems like just bad luck. Every time you walk into work, there's always something going on. This could be your guide saying it's time for you to make a change and to get a new job, go towards that career that you have been wanting and invest in that. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, if you felt like you've had a streak of bad luck, your guides are wanting you to make drastic changes to your life, and you're going to start to see positive things get manifested into your life. I'm going to pull one more. Okay, I have a side message. I hope that this does not get confusing. I somewhat don't like when this happens. I like when the messages continue on the same wavelength, because when I get too many different messages, it gets confusing. But I have a side message coming in about how some of you, these cards are talking about the fact that you might feel very different from other people. You might feel different from your peers. You might feel different from your family. And your guides are wanting you to know that you feel different and you feel outcasted because you are meant to do great things in life. And so you're not meant to fit in. You're not meant to fit in with everyone else because you're meant to do something extraordinary. So don't think that you have to change yourself to fit in with people, because it's not going to work anyway. Like, it's just not. Like, I'm seeing with this energy, even if you try to blend in with people and try your best to change who you are so that you feel like you fit in more, it's not going to work. You're going to feel so uncomfortable doing so because you were meant to stand out. You were meant to do something great. You were meant to do something different from the people around you. So your guides are wanting you to know that. And that could also be why a lot of your relationships have failed. Maybe you've had to leave certain friendship groups behind, things like that, because you're meant to stand out and you're meant to do great things. So don't even attempt to fit in is what I'm seeing. Don't even attempt. You're going to find people that you fit in with, but they're going to be people who are different, just like you, who are also meant to do great things, So yeah, that was a side message. Like I said, sometimes I don't like when that happens because it gets very confusing. So the next two cards out are the Sun card and the Mature Man card. So with the Sun card being here, again, I do feel like brighter days are coming for you. I do feel like good fortune is going to come to you, but you have to actually do the work to make these changes, because the changes that you make are going to shift your vibration. They're going to shift your energy. And that's when, this new timeline is going to be created where positive things are going to start happening. I'm hearing it could have felt like winter for a very long time, and it's going to start to feel like spring finally. I mean, literally, we are in April right now, so the weather literally is breaking, but I think this is talking about internally, because even when it's summertime outside, if you are really down and really depressed, you could still feel like a dark cloud is hanging over you. But I really feel like internally, you're going to start to feel like sunshine, like you're going to start to feel this sense of happiness, because there's new and positive things coming into your life based off of these changes that you're needing to make. But if you don't make them, you're going to be still stuck in these cycles, stuck in these series of unfortunate events. So make sure that you are making the necessary changes, whatever those changes are, whatever you know you need to do to level up your life and to evolve, do those things is what I'm seeing. Let me pull one more. This could even be like traveling, maybe changing locations. I'm hearing for some of you. Maybe some of you have been wanting to move and you've been like afraid to step outside of your comfort zone, because there's something about stepping outside of your comfort zone here. And that's really going to shift your vibration. Like some people, when they're stuck in cycles for too long, it's usually because the other cycle that they need to step onto is on the other side of their comfort zone. So I feel like for some of you, this is literally saying step outside of your comfort zone, take that risk, because it's going to change everything for the better. With the Lover's card coming out here. Yeah, the Lover's card, I'm getting that this has something to do with your intuition. I don't usually read this card like that, but I feel like for you, that's what it's saying. It's like your intuition is trying to guide you towards this new timeline that's going to give you everything that you want and everything that you desire. Like this new timeline can bring in like a new love. It can bring in more money, and your intuition is guiding you towards it. Whatever this change is, make this change. Maybe you have to, like I said, maybe you have to leave a person behind. Maybe you have to leave a job behind. Maybe you have to just leave the past version of yourself behind as you heal and evolve. Because some of us can really be attached to that past version of ourselves. Some of us can really be attached to our, certain habits, certain coping mechanisms, things of that sort. Like sometimes we need to break free from those things and implement new ones and create a new version of ourselves. And again, not saying to just throw the past version of yourself away and act like it doesn't exist. It's more like evolving, like becoming you 2.0, and so many good things are going to start to come into your life in that way is what I'm seeing here. For some of you, with the Sun card being here, this talks about being in the spotlight. Again, another side message. Oh boy. I hope this doesn't get confusing. For some of you, this talks about being in the spotlight and your guides are wanting to push you towards the spotlight. Maybe you have some sort of creative talent. It's something that you love to do, and your guides are wanting you to invest more in it. The Mature Man card being here is like, I'm hearing international. So when I hear international, I think about the internet. It's possible that your guides are wanting you to post your talents more on the internet, because it's going to reach a lot of people from all over the world. That could go back to the other message that I talked about. You're meant to stand out, or you're meant to be different. This could even tie into the message about there needs to be a change. Maybe you've been too shy to share your work. Maybe you've been too shy to share your creative talents. And the moment that you do that, positive things and opportunities are going to come flooding into your life. I hope that's not confusing. Like I said, so many side messages that are coming through. So the next two cards are the Queen of Cups and also the High Honor card. So with the Queen of Cups being here in the reverse, this is about investments. What are you investing your energy and your emotions into? Whatever it is currently, it's not giving you a positive return on your investment. Yeah, it seems like you're investing your energy into something that the more you invest, the more drained you're becoming. Like it's not giving you anything positive back. So that could tie into the change that you need to make. It's possible that something that you're investing your energy and effort into, it's just draining you. And it's not lining up with what your intuition or what your heart is telling you need to be doing. Let me pull one more. Like going back to the example about like the career change, maybe you've been thinking about you need to change jobs because this job that you're in is stressful and it's just not it for you, but you're still investing in it, investing your energy and effort into it. And every day you're coming home just drained and depressed, and like your heart knows and your intuition knows, is telling you that you're needing to make this change. But you could be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. But I'm seeing here that this investment into whatever this is, it's giving you nothing. It's giving you nothing. Yep, official person card. So the official person card coming out, this is the card that talks about being very intentional with your life. Like, I'm hearing take life by the horns. Is that the right phrase? Y'all know whenever I channel, I completely forget English and basic phrases. Take life by the horns or take life by the reins, something along those lines, and be more intentional with where you are investing your energy. Because you know that there's a certain path that you want to be on, or certain changes that need to be made to get on that path, but you're not doing it, and you're investing your energy into the opposite of what it is that you actually want. And your guides are wanting you to be disciplined and take the step onto this new path by making these necessary changes. Pull one more. Maybe this could even be a relationship that you know you're no longer needing to invest in. This could be someone that you're holding on to, and your energy and effort is going into like waiting for them to return, or waiting for them to, maybe act right towards you, waiting for them to validate you or love you, waiting for them to wake up and see your worth. And it's like your guides are wanting you to be more intentional and assertive, meaning, no, I'm not going to wait for you anymore. No, I'm not going to, wait for you to see my value, or wait for things to get better when I clearly see that they're not. I'm going to take the leap of just leaving the situation. You see what I'm saying? It's like your guides are saying no more waiting around, no more investing energy into whatever these things are, or these people are, because there's something better waiting for you on the other side. Let me pull one more just to wrap this up. Main male card. Yeah, okay, so the messages are just literally repeating themselves at this point. So yeah, just to wrap this up and to sum this up, there is a new timeline that is waiting for you. This timeline that you're on right now is complete BS, and you know it. It's so much bad luck on this timeline, so many unfortunate events on this timeline, and that's because you've outgrown this timeline. And so you're needing to evolve, you're needing to reinvent yourself, you're needing to reinvent your life, start over, hit the reset button, and start making choices and investing into things that are going to help to evolve, and that are actually going to give you a return on your investment. Like, for example, if you buy an online course because you want to learn a new skill and you invest in that, you're getting a return on your investment. You're getting skills that eventually you're going to be able to use to get like a new job or something like that. But if you're investing into a job that you hate and that you're being disrespected in your workplace and stuff like that, you're getting drained. Like, it's not worth the investment. Or if you're investing into a relationship that the person doesn't see you or appreciate you, you don't feel seen, validated, appreciated, investing in that is giving you nothing. It's not giving you a return. You see what I'm saying? It's like you're needing to invest in all the things that are going to help you level up, and that's going to give you a return in your investment, and you're going to see yourself shift into a whole new timeline. And you're going to know that you're on a new timeline because these experiences that you're going to start attracting are going to be drastically different from the experiences that you are currently attracting on this timeline. See what I'm saying? And again, there was a side message about some of you needing to embrace being different, needing to embrace the fact that you're meant to do great things because you're different, and needing to put yourself out there more, needing to put your gifts and talents out there more, possibly on social media. I'm seeing like some sort of international fame or international recognition happening for you. But again, even with that side message, there's still an aspect of stepping outside of your comfort zone and leveling up regardless. So that's what I'm seeing for you. I really hope that this was helpful. If you feel drawn towards any other pile, go ahead and watch that. I feel like this was a very no nonsense pile. Like, your guides feel very like they just feel very no nonsense, like not in like a bad way, but it kind of feels like your guides just feel very like they just really want to see you win. It gives me like motivational speaker energy, like that your guides are coming through with. Like, they really, really want to see you win. They've been seeing you just not get what you deserve, and they're ready and waiting for you to wake up to that fact that like you can have better, you deserve better. But it starts with you and the evolution that you need to make and the changes that you need to make. So yeah, your guides are coming through very strong, but I'm feeling that they're still very loving and very compassionate. But yeah, they really want you to do better. They really want you to level up. And don't be too hard on yourself either. That message just came through as well. In the process of leveling up, make sure you're still being gentle with yourself and you're not being too hard on yourself at the same time. So that is it. I really hope that this was helpful. Group 3, if you feel drawn towards any other pile, like I said, you can go ahead and watch that as well. And if not, I will see you in my next video.